Man, who would have thought? Look at us, the Detroit Lions about to host a 2024 divisional round playoff game. For years upon years, it was in our dreams, it was in our imagination, and now in 2024, our dreams as Detroit Lions fans are turning into a reality. One Pride, what's going on? It's your boy, T. Back at it again with another episode of Talking with T. And in today's episode, I'm here to preview the Detroit Lions 2024 divisional round matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Way back earlier in the season in Week 6, the Detroit Lions traveled down to Tampa Bay. Minus Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery gets hurt in the first quarter. Minus Jonah Jackson, we're a banged up team. Craig Reynolds is our leading rusher, and we beat that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team 20-6. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are vastly improved from that week, so this matchup is going to be completely different. But I still expect the Detroit Lions to come out on top and go to their first NFC Championship game in my lifetime. So without further ado, let's preview this game. How do we match up well on defense to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is rolling right now. Baker Mayfield slinging that rock a little bit, but it all comes down to shutting down the run game. Last week, Rashad White's been playing pretty well lately. Last week, I don't know if he broke 100 yards against the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know the complete stats, but I know he's been balling out in the receiving game and the rushing game. If we take Rashad White out of the game this week and we just keep teeing off in Baker Mayfield, I'm expecting a similar result through Minnesota. I'm expecting a similar result from the Rams game. Just keep teeing off on Baker Mayfield. But we got to take away Rashad White. And then we all know Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, they're going to get theirs. The last couple weeks, the opposing wide receivers have got theirs against our defense. But our bend, don't break has been playing very well, and the Buccaneers struggle a lot in the red zone. So that's a key matchup to watch. The bend, don't break style. Give up a bunch of yards to Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Watch what happens in the red zone. If we can keep them out of the end zone and the red zone, that's a big key like last week. But I think we're just going to be able to eventually start teeing off on Baker Mayfield. And let's talk about this C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Baker Mayfield go back and forth earlier in the week. Last week they asked C.J. Gardner-Johnson about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and said that they got a hell of a wide receiver crew, but they got Baker Mayfield slinging the rock. Baker Mayfield's been playing really good, but if we've been following Baker Mayfield throughout his whole career, if we give him some bulletin board material, guess what he does? He starts to overcompensate. He takes that motivation and plays way too hard and starts to force a little bit of things. If we start teeing off on Baker Mayfield and he starts forcing things, I'm expecting turnovers, and I'm expecting our defense to shut them down a little bit, slow them down a little bit. Now let's go flip it over to the offensive side of the ball. Offensive side of the ball, like I said earlier in the video, we went down to Tampa Bay minus Jahmyr Gibbs. David Montgomery got hurt early in that game, and we were just a little banged up. We didn't have Jonah Jackson. So now on offense, we're fully healthy offensive line. Let's establish this run. This Tampa defense is no joke. They got Devin White, Levante David, and we all wanted Levante David on the Detroit Lions to go after him in the offseason. They didn't, so now we have to play him in the divisional round. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. They got Vita Vea. They got playmakers all over that defense, and their defense is stout and they blitz a lot. Jared Goff tends to struggle against the blitz. But the last time we played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we pretty much relied on Jared Goff to win us that football game. He threw for over 300 yards, had 30 completions and 3 touchdowns or something like that. That game he balled out, and that was one of the games where you could be like, yeah, Jared Goff can win us a football game. But on the offensive side of the ball, the key is, as always, our brand of football. Physical, run the ball, and don't turn the ball over. If you take care of the football and you run the rock against this Tampa Bay team, I'm expecting a similar result to Week 6, us coming out on top. But if we turn the ball over and we let Baker start slinging that rock and it starts getting a little close, the Buccaneers might pull one out of here. We can't let that happen. It's the Detroit Lions hosting a divisional playoff game. I'm expecting this place to be rocking. Last week it was 133.3 decibel rating. That's equivalent to jet taking off. We set the record. Our fans deserve this, and let's go to this NFC Championship game. I'm so excited to even be able to be 2 games away from the Super Bowl, to enjoy this journey. And honestly, I was talking earlier to my friends and family that we've always watched the Lions even when they've been bad, and I was talking, now it's cool to be a Detroit Lions fan. But in all honesty, I love it. I love that this Detroit Lions team is bringing the city together. I love how it's bringing friends and family together, and everyone's rooting on this Detroit Lions team. It's honestly fun to watch this journey of this team and how it's bringing everybody together. One Pride. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you guys think is going to happen in this game. I really appreciate you guys. One Pride signing out. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.